Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Bijay and I'm a Microsoft MVP in SharePoint. First of all, Happy New Year, and in this year I am planning to regularly update videos. From the last 2-3 months I was not able to put some videos on this, but this year I'll make sure that I will try to give useful video tutorials very frequently. So in this video, we are particularly going to see how to assign admin roles in Microsoft 365 Admin Center. There are certain roles are there, and we will see how we can assign that. But before that, let us try to understand what exactly these things, what are the various admin roles are available, and then what are the points that you should remember. So first of all, Microsoft provides this, admin roles, or there are set of admin roles you can say which you can use so that the user can do or can get permission to do a specific task. So everyone should not do all the admin activities. So rather than that, there are certain roles you can assign to the particular person, and then they can do this. So as simple as this, let's say there will be a role which will be for the to managing Power BI or Power Apps or Microsoft Teams or SharePoint. So every person will not have access to all these things, neither they can manage it properly. So there will be certain people, so you can assign one to SharePoint admin role, another one to Microsoft Teams role, and another one for Power BI as well. So that is what you should do that. And at least so the next thing is at least you should have 2 global admins. Why 2? Because if someone, let's say, forget the password or something, then other admin can go ahead and then they can reset it. But apart from that, also you should remember one more thing, that there should not be more than 4 global admins. There is a recommendation from Microsoft, and the reason over here is that, see, global admins will have access to everything in your tenant. So make sure that you should not have more global admins, so that you will not track what is happening on that. And whenever required, make sure that you should assign the least permissive role. Now what does that mean? That meaning, suppose there is a rule that you want someone should go ahead and just reset the password, then you should not give the global admin to that guy, because in the global admin they can reset the password, but that is too broad for that role. So what you can do is, probably you can assign some other things, like password admin you can do, so that they can just reset it. And another thing is that for the global admins, we need to make sure that multi-factor authentication should be enabled for admins, in fact, not for the users. At least for the admins, this should be. Now what is that? That is basically another there will be 2 authentication that they have to do. So not just the password, but then probably they will go through a code or a SMS like this. So make sure that you should enable multi-factor authentication for the admins. And here are popular admin roles are there, like global admin, billing admin, exchange, help desk, license, password, power platform admin, SharePoint admin, your team's administrator, user admin. So these are various roles are there. Few things you can easily know what it is. Suppose the license admin, they will be able to manage user licenses, all these things. And then password, they can reset the password. Global admin, they can do anything. Billing admin, they can do the billing stuff. So Microsoft has a article for the same, which you can go through. Let me just open that. I'll put in the video description. You can see here what the admin can do, and their role, whatever the task they can do that. So all these things are there. You can have a look at that. I'll put the link in the video description. The other thing is, now how we can do this. Well, let's say the one user is there which will not have any admin access. I have not given the user while creating it. So how you can give admin access to that? So you can go to admin.microsoft.com. So basically this is the admin page, or the Office 365 or the Microsoft 365 admin center. From here you will be able to do all your admin related activities on this. Now if you'll see here, you can see there is a users tab where you can see all your users and then your active users. And one more thing also, like how you can access the admin page. Let's say you are in a SharePoint, or you are in a Teams web page, or you are in a Power BI page. So when you will go to the, or when you will click on the app launcher, you will be able to see here, you can see admin is there. If you do not see this, then you understand that you don't you are not an admin for that. So that is the reason it is not visible to you. And whenever also admin.microsoft.com you will do, then that time it will ask you for the credential if you have not already logged in. If you are not an admin, then obviously you will not get access to this page. Now once you are in this page, now this is where I can see all the users, and this is the license I have given. Now remember, license and roles, there are two different things. So this user has this license, but the user role is not there. So how you can do this? You can easily select this, and then you can see here, you can click on manage roles, or even you can click on manage product license. And here also there is, from this ACU menu, you can see here there is manage product license. Click over here, and you can see here there is a window is coming here. Click over here, accounts tab. In the accounts tab, if you'll go here, you can see roles, and here obviously no administrator access to this particular user, so he cannot do any admin activities if you will not assign any role for that. So click on manage roles, and in the manage roles you can see here there are two options that there, user and admin access. Since there is, these are two radio buttons again, so you can just select one option. So since other things are disabled because you have not selected this option, I will select this option. And suppose I want to make this user as a help desk admin, so you can see there is a information icon over here where you can quickly see what exactly the user can do, all these things you can see it here. So suppose I will select help desk admin and SharePoint admin, then the user will be able to do these two admin activities. And so if you want more also, there is a show all by category. So if you click on that, there are a lot more admin activities are there, admin things are there which you can do. You can see these are the categories. So you can teams administrator, teams communication admin, lot more detailed detailed roles are there which you can easily select, and you can assign to that particular user. You can see authentication admin, so can require users to re-register authentication for non-password credential like multi-factor authentication. So there is short description is there which you can understand that, and you can see there are various categories are there, and you can assign those roles and then click on save changes. So when you click on save changes, then it will just take a couple of minutes, and then when the user will log in, then that time they will be able to see the roles for that. So next time if you will go here, let's say I'll go here to manage roles, then I should be able to see the user roles. You can see here these two help desk admin and SharePoint administrator, these two roles or these two admin roles has been given to this particular user. So this is how we can easily assign admin roles to any user in Office 365 or in Microsoft 365. So if you want similar kind of videos, then subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have a lot more free tutorials on SharePoint, Office 365, SPFX, Power Platform. So all these videos you will get it free. So thank you and have a nice day.